Have you found it difficult to find access to business credit for your current business or possibly your business startup? Have you found that you're asking around and everybody is saying it is virtually impossible to gain access to business credit for your startup? I'm here to tell you that that is not true. I'm going to show you a step-by-step access on how you can gain business credit even if you have bad personal credit, all right? Hi everybody, I'm Edward Bilder. Did you think that Experian and Equifax and TransUnion were the only credit reporting agencies out there? Think again, okay? You can way outperform your personal credit by taking a new approach and establishing business credit. You could practically 10x your access to funds. What was once $100,000 on your personal credit in the business credit world could be $1 million in access to funds. Imagine where you can take your business if you had access to $1 million in funds. Personal credit and business credit have their similarities and they have their differences, okay? They report your trade lines to your credit profile, right? And in the personal world, we all know that to be Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, where they focus in on credit utilization based on your debt ratio, all right? How much you bring in versus how much minimum you have to pay out monthly. Well, the business credit reporting agencies are completely separated from your personal credit agencies, all right? These are Experian Business, Equifax Business, and most importantly, Dun & Bradstreet, okay? What they care about is how well you manage your debts. So say, for example, you buy some supply of about $800. As long as you meet your terms and pay that on time, they will report that positively on your business credit profile. I'm going to walk you guys through a step-by-step on how to get this whole thing started, show you how exactly to build momentum in this process, and last, give you a quick access to finding funds for your business. Number one, in order to gain access to business credit, you need to have an established business. I know that sounds crazy, right? But it's pretty obvious, right? You need to have an established business. So if you've been operating as a sole proprietor all this time, I'm here to tell you that you are missing out on millions of dollars of access to funds, okay? So to get this started and off the ground, you need to first start a business. And if you already have that sole proprietorship, you're already ahead of the game from everybody else, because all you need to do is go out and register an LLC, a limited liability company, with your state's secretary. But don't just stop here by registering with the state. I want you to actually go out and get yourself a business address, a business phone number, a domain name like a website, and then under that domain name, register yourself with a business email, okay? I know that sounds very scary, but it's actually so easy to do. You can do this in like a day's time, maybe 2 days time, all right? Business addresses, you could actually lease a virtual space for about $10 a month and get that domain name for another $10 a month. The phone numbers, they're cheap, okay? You can get all these things done very quickly and easily, all right? I want to give you one tip here. When you're registering your LLC, do a simultaneous search for your LLC name and your domain name at the same time, okay? You're going to want those two things to line up so that you don't mistakenly be inconsistent and have to amend a bunch of things, all right? So try and get those two things to line up. Think about what your business name is going to be and then go and check and see if the domain is available. It's nice to have those things seamless, okay? Now, don't just stop here. You're not done registering your business until you go to the IRS and register for an EIN number, an employee identification number. This is what banks are going to look at to really start to declare that you've opened your doors for the first time, okay? Once you have your EIN number and you have all of your business information set up, you're going to want to take the next step and go and open a business checking account, okay? Very important. Little secret here, when you open your business checking account for the first 3 months, wherever possible, start to run your transactions and all of your contributions through that business checking account and keep it steady for about 3 months. You will thank me for this later when we start to talk about how you're going to gain momentum in getting access to funds. Remember, there's 3 reporting agencies: Experian Business, Equifax Business, but many of you skip right past the Dun & Bradstreet. You're going to want to go to Dun & Bradstreet and register for a DUNS number. It is by far the most important credit reporting agency for your business. You're going to want one of those. Number 2, establish momentum by opening up vendor trade lines. Now to do this, you're going to want to open vendor accounts with businesses, but you're not going to want to use just any vendor accounts. You're going to want to use the top ones that report into the the business credit reporting agencies. These are companies like Quill, Quill, Uline, Uline, and I'm sure that there is going to be something in there that you could find for your business needs. But if you don't find something in there, you could go and check other businesses like Creative Analytics, Business T-Shirt Club, HD Supply, and Office Garner. What these accounts do is they start reporting your transactions, your trade lines, to the business credit reporting agencies by extending you net terms. Basically, you go in there as if you were to order something online, and instead of paying for it now, you hit pay later. They will start to extend to you the pay later option, and as long as you pay that within the terms, typically around net 30, as long as you pay that, you will get positive feedback on your business credit profile, okay? Once you establish these trade lines, you can move into a phase 2 and start applying for gas cards, Walmart cards, Home Depot cards. These companies love to extend lines of credit for all of those business supplies that your business needs, okay? Once you have all of these things moving and have momentum behind them, you will start to gain access to the big bank cards like Chase Business, all right? And they're not going to start you out with simply $500 or $1,000 like your personal credit. They'll hit you with a $10,000 credit limit right off the start, or greater, okay? Depending on where you are, they may hit you with more than $10,000. Step number 3 is where to gain access to immediate funds for your business or your business startup, even if you have bad credit, right? If you're using accounts like PayPal or Square, those first 3 months are pretty crucial, okay? PayPal takes a look at 3 months of all of your transactions and will offer you a working capital loan based on 1/3 of the average monthly transactions for that total 3 months, all right? Square, on the other hand, I actually have clients of mine who open up their Square accounts and they give them access to business credit cards right out of the gate, all right? And I'm talking access to $5,000 to $10,000 right from the starting point, okay? Local credit unions and smaller branch banks love giving money out to startup businesses, okay? Because during the application process, they will use projections for your startup, all right? It's not based on a flat line. It's going to be based on projections. So if you're earning $1,000 today and in 6 months you could be earning $10,000, they will build this slope for you and they will base all of those funding opportunities on a projection. I help every day people just like yourself joining us today to gain access to business funding and grow their small businesses or grow their startups, all right? And many of you actually come to me for gaining knowledge around Airbnb and starting Airbnbs for the first time. I'm here to tell you that many of you get stuck at the funding steps when you're trying to open your Airbnb, and I help you with creative ways around it. Especially if you're out there applying for real estate loans, you shouldn't be looking for real estate loans. There are better ways to get this done, okay? Now, if you want to start an Airbnb today and you need my help to get this done, or you need my help to gain access to business funding, go to the description and join my email list. And I do hope that you all take these actions today and get started. What are you waiting for, right? I will catch you guys all in the next one. Bye for now.